What's up, guys? I wanted to kind of talk about what's going on right now in the world. Just a little conversation with y'all. Um, so I just wanted to say this. What's going on in our country right now is sick, and this is the reason why I refuse to leave Texas. I refuse to leave the state of Texas because I don't feel safe in other places right now. I don't feel safe in any other states. I don't feel safe in New Mexico. I don't feel safe in Arizona. I don't feel safe in California. I don't feel safe in Oregon. I don't feel safe in Washington State. I don't feel safe in Colorado. I don't feel safe in New Jersey. And I really wouldn't feel safe in New York. I wouldn't feel safe in Illinois. I would not feel safe in Central Ohio. And I just don't want to be in a Democratic state right now. I want nothing to do with Democratic states right now. I feel safe here in Texas. Yes, Texas is dangerous, but I just feel safer here. Yeah, there's crime, robbery, theft, killings, but the rate of the death and the killings and the crime is still lower than some Democratic states, and I still have more respect for the people here in the state of Texas than I would in Democratic states. Like right now, I'll give you an example. I'm in near Corpus Christi, and everybody is very friendly and welcoming here. When I go to Los Angeles, they look at you with disdain, with disgusting taste, depression, anxiety. I get depression and anxiety when I'm in Los Angeles. I feel very uncomfortable, like I don't belong in LA. Even though I love LA so much, I don't feel like I belong there. It's not my home. You know, when I drive through Texas, I love the state. It's not perfect, but I got palm trees out my window right now. I can look at palm trees. I can go to the desert. I can go to the plains and chase tornadoes and see tornadoes. I can chase hurricanes like right now. I have everything that I need right here in this state, and I genuinely love my state of Texas. It is not perfect though. There is a lot of evil, crime, drugs, um, a lot of cartels killing Texans, kidnapping, child kidnapping, which is very disturbing and needs to stop. But in general, the violence of this state is still a lot lower than what's going on in areas like Portland and Chicago. This shit has to stop, man. This shit has to stop. I keep looking at Ativan and thinking, this is the only thing that keeps me calm. Because at one point I didn't need all this Ativan, you know? When I had this Ativan, I never knew how much I really needed this stuff until all these riots started. You know what's funny is I was coming off this shit, and now I need it. I have so much anxiety right now. And it's not because I'm chasing a hurricane or a tropical storm. It's because the world is coming unwind. It's unwinding and destructive and violent, and I can't handle it. No, no, Chase, I'm not withdrawing right now. I have my medication. The point I'm trying to say is, without this lorazepam, I will have a mental breakdown. I can't take the stress anymore. I can't take the stress of these people destroying our country. They're destroying the United States. They're making it bad, man. Look, I'm crying. Look, I'm sad. They're destroying our country, guy. Chase, they're destroying our country, bro. They're destroying the United States, and it makes me sad because when I was a child, I fucking dreamt of this country becoming a peaceful world peace country. I dreamt of it, and my dreams were lies. My dreams were all lies. My dreams were lies. I dreamt of the year 2020 when I was a little kid. I dreamt of this year, and I dreamt that it would be a great year, and it turned out to be shit. You have people trying to hurt us. You have people trying to take over the country. You have people that are unlawful. You have people that have such hate for this country, and it makes me sick. It makes me sad. It makes me sad that they can hate this country. It ain't the best country, but it's still my country and their country. But they have such hate in their hearts, and I feel their pain, but I just don't understand why they want to turn violent and hurt people. And this is just going to give the government an excuse to try to do Marxism or communism or totalitarianism. I got a fucking hurricane about 100 miles from me right now, and it's going to hit soon. And I'm crying because my country's falling apart. But I got almost a hurricane coming at me right now. And I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for you, mother truckers. I'm chasing this storm for you guys. I'm going to be in 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts for you guys. And heavy bands of rain and possible tornadoes. And I look at this Ativan and I think this is the only thing keeping me calm. And it makes me sad, man. Our country is fucking falling apart, bro. People are becoming homeless because of the unemployment benefits losing. People are losing their houses. People are selling their properties. You should look at Zillow, man. I've never seen anything like it. You guys should see how many people are selling their house in Portland, Oregon. It's so sad because this is such a beautiful country being torn apart. We have beautiful roads. We have beautiful everything. We have beautiful landscapes, deserts. We have fucking beautiful cities of America. We have beautiful states. We have Oregon. We have Washington. We have got California. We've got Arizona, New Mexico. We have Utah. We have Wyoming. We have Idaho. We have Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. We have Kansas. We have Oklahoma. We have Texas. We have Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee. We have West Virginia, Virginia. We have Minnesota. We have just. We have Illinois. We have fucking Ohio. We have Pennsylvania. We have New York. We have New Jersey. We have Maine. We have New Hampshire. We have Vermont. We have Rhode Island. We have Connecticut. We have Delaware. We have Washington, D.C. We have Alaska, for God's sakes. We got Hawaii. And these people are trying to destroy our beautiful fucking country, bro. Oh, Ruby, our country's falling apart. There's so much hatefulness in our country. So much hateness. I don't like it. I can't take it no more. I'm sad. There's so much hate in our country. I just hate. I just feel the hate. I feel hate. I feel the disdain in people's hearts. I feel it. I can physically feel it. I feel I feel the hatefulness in our country. We have such a beautiful country. We got rioters and protesters destroying public property. We have federal governments hurting our people. And we have fucking, then they fucking attack, and then they attack back, and it's just bullshit. They gotta stop. You got people destroying monuments that are showing our history so we don't repeat it. And they're taking them away. They're destroying what the country is. A beautiful country for everybody. For whites, for blacks, for Hispanics, for Native Americans. My uncle was Native American. He would be so sad right now if he saw this shit going down. I know he would. I know my uncle. He would be so sad. He was part of the Fort Beck Fort Beck tribe. I forgot the name of it. It's up in Montana. Fort Knapp or Beck or something like that. Fort Peck tribe. My uncle was born in Montana. He was a good person, and he died. My only uncle, my Native American uncle, died. He was the best person in my life. If he saw what was going on right now, he'd be devastated. We have California. We have fucking all these beautiful states, and they're trying to ruin it. Some of these people just hate this country. They hate it. They hate the country. They hate us. They hate all of us. Such a beautiful country is being ruined. We have such a beautiful country, man. We have beautiful Tennessee. We have Kentucky. We have West Virginia. We got Virginia. We got North Carolina. We got South Carolina. Beautiful fucking states. Beautiful. We have Alaska. We have Prudhoe Bay. We have Barrow. We have fucking Fairbanks. We have Anchorage. We have all those other little towns that I don't know of. I think we have another town. We got Seattle. We got Portland. Beautiful cities. Beautiful wooded forest cities. And $1 million homes and $100,000 homes. Beautiful homes in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. Lower small town New Mexico. Beautiful houses in Texas and Louisiana, in Alabama, and Mississippi. We have all these beautiful places, Arkansas. We have all these beautiful Missouri. We have all these beautiful places and states. And these people are destroying what is the United States of America. United. We're supposed to be united as a country. That's why we call it the United States. We're supposed to be on the same level. We're not. And now we have the coronavirus. It came from China, and now it's destroyed the United States of America. It's causing chaos. It's causing hysteria. It's causing innocent people to die in China, innocent people to die in the States, innocent people to die. This is the plague of 2020. I guess every 100 years or so it happens. There's nothing we can do about it. Every fucking 100 years, we always get a fucking plague against the human race. We're cursed as a species. I don't know why. I still think it was man made, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. It's not a fact. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just think that's what it is. Just sad. Just so much hatefulness. China hates our guts. The United States is starting to hate China. Just we're supposed to live at peace on this planet. We only have this earth to live on. We ain't got nothing else. We have nothing else in our lives. All we have is us and this little fucking ball called the earth. And that's all we have right now. We have nothing else in the universe. We can't go anywhere else. And we're destroying our earth from inside out. We are a terrible species. We should be eradicated. I'm sorry to say this. But as a human species, we should be eradicated off this planet. And don't worry, our time is going to come when a big meteorite or asteroid hits this planet. And that'll be karma for all the shit all the humans have done over the last 2 to 3,000 years to the planet. This planet gives us life. This planet gives us love. Yeah, the planet has earthquakes and tsunamis and tornadoes and hurricanes and if you're in the Asian countries, you know, just sad to see the what the Chinese does to their people. It's sad to see what the U.S. does to their people. It's sad to see what the United Kingdom does to their people. England does to their people. It's sad to see what Australia does to their people. It's so sad that we live in a strangely capitalist society, and it's sad to see so much hatefulness in our world, so much violence and crime and bile and filth and animal and destruction of our society. It's sad to see that there's people out there willing to kill people over $1. And it's sad to see that innocent women and innocent men that are getting raped in our country and in the world. It's sad that they human traffickers, they do this to people. They kidnap them. It is so sickening to see that we have people like this in our world. And I don't understand where our fucking violence comes from. I don't know what it stems from, but it's sickening, and I don't know why this exists. I don't know why. It's sick and it makes me sad. I'm a very sensitive man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little wussy, but I can see when the world is falling apart. Our government doesn't care about us. Our people are tired. I see it now, but I don't agree with the violence. You can't solve anything with violence. My uncle always said that. You cannot solve one thing with violence, and violence begets violence. So the more violent the feds are, the more violent the protesters are. The less violent the protesters are, the less violent the feds are. And it's just a game of sadness. It's a terrible thing, and I just want peace on this planet. And I literally beg and beg and beg every night, every day I wake up. I'm like, please, can we have peace on this planet? Please, even if I die, if I get shot or if I got stabbed, I would still want peace on the planet as I lay dying on my last breath. I would stay. I would. My last words would be, please, peace on this planet. Because at the end of the day, we're only human, and that's all we have. We have our little hands, our little feet, we have our body, we have our eyes, our nose, our ears, and that's all we are is little freaking humans that breathe and move around and create weird inventions, and that's all we are as a species. We're just a little human something. And to see the world just go down in chaos is really sad. It's really sad, guys. It's real sad. It's real sad that there's so much greed and so much hatefulness in our country. It's so sad to see all the hatefulness. It's so sad to see there's so much hate in this country. So much hatefulness and racism. I don't believe in racism. And it's sad to see it. Because I don't see people in color. I don't see people in white or black. I see people as a human race. And unfortunately, there's been so much shit happen in the last 500 to 1,000 years. And it makes me sad as a man to see this shit. How can I raise a child? How can I raise a baby boy or baby girl in a society where people are fucking evil? How can I raise a society? How can I raise a child in this society? How can I have love, make love to my woman, and put a child in society where if I raise that child might suffer many, many years because of the way society is moving in a negative direction? Where is our love? Where is our peace? I'm sorry, guys, I'm crying like a little sissy. I'm just trying to make a point, and I'm sorry. I got a hurricane, a very strong tropical storm coming. I'm gonna live stream it, and if I have to, I'll take extra Ativan because I know that I'm gonna need the extra Ativan. Um, because I'm gonna get scared because of the flooding. Suffix, I'm not thinking too much. I'm tired, man. I am tired of the violence in our world. Why won't it stop? Don't you understand, Suffix? I'm tired of the violence. I'm tired of it. I want peace for all of us. I don't want people to suffer. I don't want people to suffer, man. I don't. I want people to live a good life. And unfortunately, I don't want to live in a country where this shit is going to happen every fucking day. I want to live in a country where people can get along with each other and their political differences don't cause people to hurt each other or end each other's lives because of their political beliefs. It is so sad to see it. It's so sad. Every fucking day, I see people deteriorating further and further as they become angrier and angrier and angrier and hateful and angrier. And it really hurts, Suffix 91. It really hurts, my friend. All I wanted was world peace. We shouldn't look at each other from the color of our skin. We should look at each other as humans. It doesn't matter the fucking color. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this racism shit. I'm tired of it. We should be looking at each other as one human, not not fucking different humans because of the pigment of your skin. It's so fucking sad that there are people out there that will literally hurt you because you have a different colored skin. And that goes both for white and blacks and Native Americans and everything. My uncle had a lot of racism when he grew up at school here in Texas. There was a lot of racism, and he also stayed in Utah for a while. There was a hell of a lot of racism there when he was young. The whites really pounded on him and called him really racist shit. Um, just really nasty shit. It was sad. My uncle told me the stories about it. It was real bad. They used to call him disgusting names, and I'm surprised my uncle never snapped. My uncle was one of the nicest people you would ever meet. If you just talk to the people in San Antonio, they'll say he was the nicest person they had ever met. And when my uncle's funeral happened, there were people having mental breakdowns over my uncle dying because he treated them like a human, not as an object, not as a money tool. My uncle would wake up in the middle of the night if he got a phone call from one of his friends. He would go 100 fucking miles or more. He would travel 3 hours, even though he didn't sleep. He would wake up at 12 o'clock in the morning, not come back till 4 a.m., and sleep an hour, go back to work. And you know what he did? He would go to a 24-hour CVS on the northwest side of the city. He would literally go because all the other CVSs were closed at the time. He would go in the middle of the night. He would buy them either Pepto Bismol, he would buy them NyQuil, and then he would travel about 100 miles to drop it off at somebody's house and help them when they were sick or they had the flu. It didn't matter who the person was. If somebody called and said, "Hey, I don't feel so good," they would help them as a friend. That's what friends do. Friends travel out of their way. And my uncle was a good person. If anybody ever talked about my uncle, they would know that he was the nicest man you would ever meet. He never did wrong. He never committed crimes. He was always a good person. He was very good with children. He was loved by everybody. Nobody hated my uncle except for the bullies when he was a kid. But my uncle still fought through all that. And he was very kind. And my uncle always did surprises for me. I would have a terrible day at school. I'd be made fun of at school. And my uncle would slap me on the chest, or I would try to fall asleep in his truck when he would go do his errands after work. And one time I fell asleep in his truck, and he smacked the ever living crap out of my chest and said, "Wake up!" And I'll be like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Do you want McDonald's? Do you want Wendy's? What do you want?" I'd be like, "No, Uncle, I don't want anything." He says, "You're gonna eat, or I'm gonna take your head and I'm gonna smash it into the burger. What do you want? Do you want food? Do you want Subway? Do you want to go to McDonald's? Do you want to play at the play place at the McDonald's? What do you want to do?" And my uncle would take me and he would buy me food until I was full. One time I ate like 10. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I ate like 4 double cheeseburgers at one point. And I was like 8 years old. I was a fat little mother trucker, but I mean, my uncle always bought me what I needed. And then one time when I was at an apartment in downtown San Antonio, my uncle brought me a brand new PS2. I was not expecting it. It wasn't even my birthday. But out of nowhere, my uncle got me a brand new PS2 in the box, bro. In the fucking box. And he bought me 5 games. He just randomly bought me 5 shooting games. And I think one of them was called Tack, or I don't remember. Jak 2. I think JAK 2. 2. Um, he just randomly bought me games for my PS2. And Killzone, there was another game that he bought me. He also bought me the original PlayStation, not the PS1, but the fat one, the fat silver one. or gray one, I guess you could say. It was like a silver one. It was really nice, and it was a really nice. And you put the CD in. I used to play what was it? Need for Speed. I would play Test Drive 5. Zelda. Zelda was a lot of fun. My uncle also bought me a Nintendo Game Boy Color, a Nintendo Game Boy. He bought me Nintendo Game Boy Color, a Nintendo Game Boy SP. That was one of the better ones because of the backlit LCD. I really enjoyed that. I played that for so many years, bro. I played the Game Boy SP for so many years, and it had a rechargeable pack. It was a lot of fun to play, especially Pokemon. He always got me stuff like that. It was amazing. Makes me sad. I miss my Native American uncle. Best person ever, man. Anyways, guys, I need to go get food. I think I'm in this small area of Corpus Christi area, and I need to clear my head. Okay, I'm sorry I've been yabbering, but I want you guys to fight for yourselves. Okay, and yes, I will start live streaming the hurricane as it gets close. Well, it's not a hurricane, but it's close. And let me bring up one of my phones here. Okay, we have an iPhone here. Let's look at the radar. Sorry, guys, I was. Oh shit, it's getting wound up. Damn, bro. Oh boy, guys, it's coming. It's like a big old fucking laundromat washer. Look at that mother trucker. It's definitely developing, guys. It's getting there. It's getting there. I mean, it's now the whole right side has a lot of rain on it. So it is definitely freaking developing. I won't be surprised when they update it next if it's a hurricane. But that's pretty big for a tropical storm. I mean, look how many miles that goes. I mean, at minimum, that goes from like Port Lavaca to about Brownsville. So that's like 180 miles of hurricane. Oh, it's almost a hurricane. Oh shit, it's developing the left side quadrant now. It's trying to. It's not quite doing it, but it's trying. And I am right in its path right now. I'm currently right dead center. Literally, the eye wall will go right over me or just to the south of me. This is a big one, man. This is a big tropical storm, bro. I think it's a hurricane by now, my opinion. It looks like a hurricane. I'm gonna get some strong ass fucking winds in the next about another 9 hours. It should start getting real bad here. So let me go, guys. I'm going to go. I need to get some food, and I need to relax. And yes, I'll start live streaming, but I'm charging my phones in case the power goes out. I'm gonna try to fight this one out, but if it starts to flood and the water starts to creep up to my car, I'm gonna try to take off and get on the freeway and get the hell out of here before it gets too bad. But if I see the water starting to pile up in my area, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get in the car real quick and I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna slowly go through the water and wave it a little bit, but don't go too fast. And if I can get on the freeway, I'll be about 2 or 3 feet above the flooding zones. But I need to get on that freeway and get on there quick. And I need to get up on 37, get the hell to San Antonio because the flooding will flood the car out and then it'll get waterlogged and then it's totaled. And if it gets inside the seats, it'll get all moldy. It'll just be terrible. My sills are brand new. I replaced the sills on the doors, so it should hold the water out pretty decent. Thank you, Chase. I appreciate all of you guys, by the way. But please, guys, for the love of God, whether you're Democrat or Republican, just vote. Vote all the bad people out, okay? Thank you, guys. Also, I will start live streaming soon. I'm going to show the palm trees. They're going to start getting a little violent, and then they're going to get really violent. Even if the eye wall doesn't get near me, I'm still going to get at least 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So you're going to see a lot of palm damage and stuff. So you'll start hearing the wind against the window, and you'll start seeing the camera shake. with the bigger gusts, and I'm scared that the glass might break because this glass is not hurricane resistant. That is my concern. The winds are going to come out of the northeast, and then they're going to come out of the east, and then the east southeast. Assuming I stay in the hotel, well, I don't know if I'll stay, but I don't know if I'm going to stay. It depends. If I see it get worse and it starts going like, oh my god, like your 100 mile an hour wind gust, I'm gonna be like, I'm out, because a 100 mile an hour wind gust will damage a lot of shit, and it will cause a lot of flooding, and it'll cause a lot of problems. 100 mile an hour winds constantly, that will be really bad. You can get blown off the freeway with that kind of wind gust. The gust of 100, it could knock you off the freeway. It'll push your car physically. I've been in a storm with 85 mile an hour wind gusts. It can physically push your car off the road. Not like flip it, but it'll push it. So even if you're on the right side of the freeway and the wind's coming from the right side of the freeway, it'll physically slide your tires until you're off the road. And if there's a barricade there, you've just damaged your car. So